Hi there. Wow, today has been a day for Miss Sharon, I tell you. Welcome to It's All About You. You know, it's Thursday and it's 8 o'clock. And we're going to spend a few minutes just to talk about how you're really feeling today. There's been a whole bunch of people that have been told, listen, if you have groups of people and you have events, cancel. Schools are literally not even allowing students back on campus. Hey, Patty, I haven't seen you in so long. How you doing? There are literally things happening and going on. And the reason, what I want to talk about tonight is to help give us as individuals experiencing the coronavirus some perspective. Because for every disadvantage, there is actually a seed of equivalent advantage. So here's some things I was just thinking about. I just wanted to share with you. People may not be able to fly. People may not even want to take a bus. But you know what they might do? They might take an Uber, a Lyft, or some transportation that it has them be involved with just one person instead of many. I'm telling you, Uber drivers are about to make more money than they've ever made before. That's just Sharon's prediction. Guess what I thought? Guess what I thought about today. Restaurants, popular restaurants that you used to going to, you love the food and you have to wait, and you usually hate to go because sometimes you just hate to wait. I mean, my favorite restaurants are Arigato and Olive Garden. And guess what? Right now, you can go to those restaurants and nobody's in there. Well, some people are in there, but you get seated quick. You get your food quick. You get in and out. And the waiters and waitresses are actually happy to see you because you're not a whole bunch of people. Yeah, I got that experience today. So I was really excited about that. Every disadvantage has a seed of equivalent advantage. Even though most people are not taking trips right now, do you know, even if you wanted to just go get in a hotel that's in your city and have a what my sister Lavanya Battle calls a staycation and get you some rest and be away. You can't get away, but you can be away. Do you know those hotel prices are going down? Yes, they're going down because they need people in the hotel. Also, you know what I was thinking about? If people are having a fear of the coronavirus, I'm going to ask you a question. If you were told that you have the coronavirus and you only have 2 weeks to live, what would be some things that you would do right now? Would you turn off the TV and spend more time with your children? Would you stop being on your phone and actually talk to your spouse? Would you want to spend more time with the people that you love and turn off technology, which has separated a lot of people? I mean, there's so many people that's texting folks and they in the other room. It's ridiculous. And I was just thinking, maybe the God I believe in is just trying to restore order. Maybe that's what's happening. Maybe he's trying to help people understand what's really important. Phones aren't important. Likes on Facebook aren't important. The things that we now hold important, we forgot about. And I just believe that we're just having to get a snapback, so to speak. Family and people that we love are important. Get back to basics, folks, okay? The only thing that's happening right now is something we've been told all our life is to wash our hands. We've been taking washing your hands for granted, but now we see the seriousness of washing your hands, and guess what we got to do more of? Wash your hands, and guess what we got to do? Wash it longer, okay? We got to sanitize and clean up. My mom been telling me to clean up ever since I've been in the world. Some people don't like cleaning up. Now they have a reason to clean. It's called life or death. Which one do you want? And now people need to be around the people that are close to them. They don't need to worry about being around a whole bunch of people right now. So I'm going to encourage you, because every disadvantage does have a seed of equivalent advantage. Stop being fearful. Stop feeling like, oh, I wonder, am I going to catch it? Don't concentrate on those things. Last week I talked to you about paranoia caution. Just be cautious. Do what they tell you to do. But turn off the TV. You're watching the news too much. Turn off the radio. You're listening to too much. Turn your cell phones off and literally put them in a drawer somewhere. And go talk to your kids. Make sure that they understand the importance of love and family. Go and talk to your spouse. Make sure that your spouse knows that you love them. And if it's been a while since you and your spouse has had some intimate time, I'm going to need you to get it in. Get it in. Let them know how much they mean to you. Let them know what's going on. If you haven't talked to your mother in years because y'all had a beef years ago, I'm going to need you to pick up the phone and say hello and see what happens. Sometimes we got to get back to basics. Yes. Is it fearful right now? Yes. Is it a virus that's going around that can kill you? Yes. And do we know who is going to attack? Who is going to? No. And we can't get out of this world alive no way. We don't know when our time is coming. And you can't focus on it. What you have to do is still live your life. Be happy if your job hasn't closed. And if your job has closed, I suggest you go ahead and apply to get an Uber if you have a car, or a Lyft, because there's going to be people needing to get to their jobs and they still don't have a car and they don't want to take the bus. Okay? So there's an advantage to every disadvantage. Sit down and think about, since your life will be changed and everybody's life is changing, and there'll be more people working from home, try to figure out how you can serve people working from home. Try to figure out what you can come up with to make money for the people who are going to be working from home. If we can't go to work, we have to be able to go to the grocery store, or if you might want to do, I think it's called DoorDash, where you can literally have somebody go to the grocery store for you and bring your food. Listen, for every disadvantage, there is a seed of equivalent advantage. It's an advantage to be short. It's an advantage to be tall. It's an advantage to be slim. It's an advantage to be fluffy. It's an advantage to be dark. It's an advantage to be light. It's an advantage everywhere you go, and there's always a disadvantage. All we have to do is find our advantage. Let's not panic. Yes, change is upon us. But when you're a change agent, the first thing you have to tell yourself every day is change is good. Change is going to get us back to basics. Change is going to bring a whole new level to personal hygiene. Change is going to bring a whole new level to the consciousness of what we do that we take for granted. Change is going to allow us to start paying attention to the people that we love. Change is going to allow us, you know what? The stock market has stock that's going down. Well, you got a lot of people who are already in the stock market complaining because their balances look a little hanky right now. But guess what? There are other folks who say, I've really never invested in the stock market. Maybe I need to start buying stock because it's low. Because the stock will go back up. And when it do, why don't you get rich? Why don't you take advantage of the situation that's going on? If you know what's happening, don't complain about what's happening. Get creative and see if you can capitalize and fulfill your family needs, and make sure that your finances grow, and make sure your business grows if you're in business, but make sure you are able to do the things you need to do, even if change is upon you. I'm telling you, I got to thinking about that thing today, because It's easy to say, oh, I don't want to go nowhere. I don't want to do nothing because I'm just afraid. That's easy. Let me tell you what's hard. What's hard is calling your girlfriend up and say, hey, you want to go to lunch? And go to lunch. And don't be in fear, and still have time for you and your girlfriend and or boyfriend, or someone that's important to you, and y'all have a wonderful lunch together, get back, go to work on time, and everything's lovely. No coronavirus. You didn't catch anything, and it's so beautiful outside today. I don't know if y'all got out there to enjoy that 70-degree weather, but that was some good weather. I mean, sunshine is good. And I wanted you to know gratitude leads to plenty. Ungratefulness is the beginning of poverty. Don't be in fear. Don't be afraid. Be cautious. Make sure you be aware. And get back to basics. Family's important. And don't you forget it. I don't know if y'all remember some cartoons that said, don't you forget it. Family's important. Spouses are important. Friends are important. People who contribute to your life and you contribute to theirs. All those things are important. So spend some time. I know there were games that we used to play. Marbles. Anybody remember marbles? Anybody remember tic-tac-toe? Anybody remember some of those games that we used to play? Board games. I mean, have you guys had some board games and y'all turn the TV off, everybody cut the cell phone off, y'all get at the kitchen table and y'all play Monopoly? I'm going to tell you a good board game if you don't know it. Cash flow. That's a good one. Cash flow will teach you how you spend money and why you are in the financial situation that you're in. Best game I have ever played, and boy, I stayed up all night trying to play the game. So it's got two boards. It's got a rat race board and a luxury board. And your goal is to get to the luxury board. And on the rat race board, there's a whole bunch of life events, such as you get fired, you have a baby, all those things, you pay checks. Everything is on the rat race board. Your job is to choose investments that create passive income to match your annual income, and you get to move to the luxury board. And that is life. So let's get back to basics. For every disadvantage, there's a seed of equivalent advantage. So just make sure you're looking for your advantage. Have a great Thursday, and I'll see you next Thursday.